Of all the car companies on the road today, Nissan is the one that's really embraced design and passion in their performance and design to get people to pay attention to their vehicles, much more so than probably Toyota or Honda are even coming close to. What you're looking at here in the new Maxima is a new face, a new direction of the brand. So what we might have here is a whole new concept, a whole new vision for the brand, just the way Infiniti has really embraced a spirit of motion. So while the overall design is striking, very aggressive, and rather sporting to be fair, there are some points that we're not really big fans of. This headlight, while very distinctive, kind of looks like, I don't know, it's got a sty or something like that. Just doesn't, it seems a little disjointed to us. That might be a little better looking. Potentially one of the most important views or angles on any vehicle is what you see right here, this rear three-quarter view. From my way of thinking, if the car inspires you to wash it, you want to wax it, you want to polish it, then the design's got something. And this has got to be one of the nicest rumps in the business.
Maxima's getting back to the whole four-door sports car thing, which they did on the 1985 model. This is the 7th generation of Maxima. Little piece of trivia for you. Do you remember what the first Maxima, actually, let me rephrase that, the first car that filled this spot in Maxima's line was called? The 810. Memorable vehicle, wasn't it? But at any rate, Maxima is really kind of stepping up the sporting principle again. They're going to do a lot of marketing around the 4DSC, four-door sports car. And we've been in the car now for most of the day, and in many ways it does hit that target nicely. One of the considerations is that there's no manual shift. Usually you've got a manual box in any vehicle that would be considered sporting or have sporting intentions. But what Nissan's done is, due to their association with a company called Jatco, they're doing these continuously variable transmissions, or usually known as CVTs. And in this case, you've got a paddle shift CVT. Now, I know to many of you that might sound a bit contradictory, but it actually works really well, and especially to a generation of drivers who have been raised on playing Gran Turismo or other video games, because the shift, the paddle action and the resulting gear change is that immediate. We'll try it right now. Accelerate. I'll drop a gear. You may not be picking that up, but I mean it's changing gears as soon as I hit it. There's very little lag, because in essence it's not really changing gears, it's just changing ratios, but that's for another show. As far as how the car feels or how it responds, it's a good man-sized car. I mean, I fit fine in here, and while it's no 911 or Ferrari around the corners, it definitely has a rewarding result. I mean, you go around a corner hot and you don't feel like just relieved that you made it. You feel like, ooh, where's the next one? I want to do that again. Now, some are going to, again, complain about not having a manual transmission, but I think over time the CVT for probably 95% of the use is going to be more than enough. Interior-wise, it's an all-new Nissan design. You know, Nissan was doing a lot of all-in-one kind of motorcycle binnacle setups where when you move the steering wheel, it moved the whole instrument panel as well. They've gotten away from that now, and it's a new solid instrument panel, which is probably going to prove to be very squeak and rattle-free over time. It uses a lot of the Infiniti technology, and obviously coming from the Infiniti parts bin on a lot of things. The satellite navigation system is right out of the G series and M series Infiniti cars. A lot of the different audio buttons and climate control buttons also. Obviously Nissan is starting to take on more and more of the things that Infiniti's done, which is a good thing. Nissan told us this morning at the press conference that they have the highest loyalty in current Nissan customers are those that have been owning and driving Maximas. So they expect a bit of a run when the model finally comes out to market, where people will automatically trade in their old Maximas. So that portends well for good sales. As far as who they're cross-shopping, Nissan sees a lot of people coming from Chrysler 300s, from Acura TLs, Cadillac CTS. We at the driver's seat think it might be also the new Passat CC, which is a more sporty, a more emotive four-door design, which you would definitely say the same about the Maxima. Also is the new Pontiac G8, in that giving the four-door kind of car you can take your mother-in-law to church in on Sunday, and then after you drop her off, you can really give it a good rip on the side roads and have a rewarding, exhilarating drive. So the new Pontiac G8, as well as, and I hate to admit it, but the Toyota Avalon, which has been derided as being a Japanese Buick by a lot of drivers. I agree with that, but I think you're going to have a real differentiation. That the person who enjoys the Maxima is probably not going to like the Avalon, and vice versa. However, price point, size, technology, reliability, real direct competitors.
So striking design is Nissan's new calling card. Nissan is really led by the soul, or the passion, if you will, of the new GTR sports car. Right on that cutting edge with design and passion and excitement. and plenty of horsepower to boot. The day-to-day drive is very exhilarating, very rewarding, and definitely merits your consideration if you're in the market for a premium to mid-level luxury sedan.